Hello, and welcome to the HPV and Anal Cancer Foundation's Thriver Stories. My name is Cassandra Salmon, and I am the Director of Patient Services and External Relations here at the Foundation. Today, we're going to be hearing Crissy's story, so I'm going to let her tell you about her experience. Crissy?
My story began in November 2009. I remember feeling a sort of pressure in my backside, like something was there. I never had a hemorrhoid before, so I just assumed that that's what it was. We drove to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, about a 3-hour drive, and I remember having to sit on one side because I was uncomfortable. A few days later, I had my annual OBG appointment, and she performed a rectal exam, and she said that is definitely not a hemorrhoid, and you need to get it checked out immediately. She was not an alarmist, so she really scared me, so right away I made an appointment with the colorectal doctor. He then scheduled me for a colonoscopy and came out to tell me that he was pretty sure it was squamous cell carcinoma, anal cancer, but he would send it off to the lab for confirmation. And I just thought to myself, this doctor's crazy. There's absolutely no way that I had cancer. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then a week before Christmas, diagnosis came in and confirming his suspicion. After that, everything happened so fast, I didn't even have time to think. I had CAT scans and PET scans and surgery to install a port in my chest. I met with teams of doctors who explained the process I would go through, that I would need 2 rounds of continuous chemo and 37 weeks of radiation. They said that I would be forced into menopause. I was 42 at the time, and that my hair would thin and I would be uncomfortable for a few weeks. Then I went January 18th, 2010 is when I started treatment. I was so scared, not knowing what to expect. My parents and my husband went with me. Got my first shot of chemo, and then they hooked me up to a little bag that I would carry everywhere with me for the next 5 days. Then I went down the hall to see my radiation doctors. I was completely mortified when they had me undress, sat me on a table, and placed me into an open-legged frog position where I had to lay for 30 minutes. It was so embarrassing, but since I had to do it every single day, every single weekday, tolerated the first round of chemo pretty well. I only needed to take the anti-nausea medication a couple times, and the diarrhea and fatigue set in, but it was pretty manageable at that time. The second round of chemo hit me a little harder. I got mouth sores really badly that I could barely eat or drink for a few days, and the skin was burning so badly and that it hurt, and I had diarrhea intensified, which made it even more painful and hard to sit down. Then shortly after I had the second round of chemo, I came out of the shower one day and my hair was like knotted up into what looked like 2 dreadlocks. There was nothing I could do. I had no choice. I just cut it off. Didn't even care at the time. Had to get a wig, and I didn't even think about it. I just wanted everything to be over. I didn't really have any emotions at all until after the radiation was done and my cancer was gone. Then I just felt like I wanted my life back. I wanted to feel the way I felt before. I wanted my hair back. I wanted to feel normal again. And of course that didn't happen right away. It took a while. Thrilled that the cancer was gone, but I was left with some side effects that the doctors never told me about, such as muscle tightness, loss of flexibility, and vaginal stenosis. Now I am 6 years cancer-free. That's never far from my mind, as any cancer survivor knows. I do what I can to educate for cancer awareness. I started my own Relay for Life group this past year, and I became a peer supporter for the HPV Anal Cancer Foundations that anybody diagnosed with this rare disease has. And that's my story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Crissy, for sharing your story with us. I think that much of what you said will echo true for many people viewing the video. If anyone else has any questions about HPV or anal cancer or the foundation or our programs, please feel free to email us at info@analcancerfoundation.org. Thank you very much and have a great day.